This video is brought to you by the gatekeeper hitting guys over at Solar Power Bank. I've been testing this thing out for about a month before letting you know about it. And the bottom line is, I'm impressed. It's got a high capacity battery and you can recharge it with a wall outlet or just throw it on your dashboard or hang it on your backpack or somewhere in the sun and you can charge it anywhere. The 5 LED power meter lets you know just how much of a charge you've got left, so you don't have to guess. You can use it to charge 2 devices at once. It's easy to use and the rubberized exterior makes it tough enough and weatherproof enough to last you a long time. The bright LED flashlight gives plenty of long-lasting light in case the lights go out, and there's also a second emergency SOS setting. I got 2 of them because I don't ever want to be without power. While I'm using one, I can be charging the other. Order a couple for yourself and your loved ones with my code in the description. Okay, this came in as I was finishing up on my last video, but I just wanted to share it with you. I haven't read it yet, but the title looks interesting. Climate Crusaders, Leo and Greta Thunberg hit it off in California as actor says they've, quote, made a commitment to support one another, but Swedish teen admits she still doesn't know how she'll get emission-free across the Atlantic. I'm sure Leo DiCaprio will help her figure that out. Leo DiCaprio, that shining beacon of climate conservatism, has met with Greta Thunberg, calling the 16-year-old a leader of our time and revealing the 2 campaigners have, quote, made a commitment to support one another. The Oscar-winning actor, who has been widely criticized for his use of private jets despite his interest in environmental causes, these guys are always hypocrites. You are the one that needs to make the change. The masses are the ones who need to make the change. But all these stars, all these celebrities, they don't need to make the change. They're going to live high on the hog because they've earned all this money and they've accumulated all this wealth, and their carbon footprint can be as big as they want it to be. Said it was an honor to speak with climate activist Greta Thunberg, posting an image of the 2 of them together on Friday. Let's look at that picture. Where is it? Let's see. This is an ad-intensive site, so it kind of goes slow on my laboring computer here. Oh, look at them. Aw, isn't they cute? Look at them. Oh, they're smiling. The sun beaming upon their faces. The climate is in the distance that they plan to change. These wonderful people. These highly moral individuals. Don't you love them? In an Instagram post, Leo said he hopes Greta's message is a, quote, wake-up call to world leaders. And we know that world leaders aren't climate abusers. No, they care about the climate as much as they care about their own people. Oh, wait, what? They're leaders of governments? And governments in the last 100 years alone are responsible for the deaths of over 250 million of their own people who trusted them to keep them safe. And we're not even talking wars. Guys, 250 million people died at the hands of government world leaders. And we're going to trust them to fix the climate when they're the biggest gross polluters this planet has ever seen? Adding that the schoolgirl makes him, quote, optimistic about what the future holds. It comes as Greta took to her own social media pages pleading for help in getting to the United Nations COP25 Climate Change Summit. She had been heading to Chile, but after a location changed from Santiago to Madrid, she has, quote, traveled halfway around the world the wrong way. Greta, who refuses to travel by plane for environmental reasons, wrote, quote, now I need to find a way across the Atlantic in November. If anyone could help me find transport, I would be so grateful. Why would you have to write that when you got Leonardo here, who has boatloads of money, plane loads of money, to shovel her way and help her combat climate change and do her part to reduce her climate footprint, her carbon footprint. In September, DiCaprio, who used his acceptance speech at the 2016 Academy Awards to urge lawmakers, oh God, those moral lawmakers who care about the climate and care about people, to, quote, stop procrastinating about the issues surrounding climate change, came out in support of Greta at a New York conference. But he has been criticized in the past for use of his private jets. Oh my gosh, no. Leonardo's not a hypocrite, is he? No, it couldn't be. She's not sitting there with a hypocrite. She's not sitting here with a carbon footprint Sasquatch or a carbon footprint Godzilla, is she? No, Greta wouldn't do that. Come on, guys. In 2014, emails hacked from film studio Sony. It was revealed he took 6 private flights in just 6 weeks, which cost $177,550. This travel included 2 round trips from Los Angeles to New York and 1 from LA to Las Vegas. In 2016, he hosted his annual Echo fundraiser gala, which saw an impressive cast of A-listers descend on Saint-Tropez to raise funds for various conservation projects before hopping off a helicopter to board a gas-guzzling private jet 2 days later. To add insult to injury, he was driven by golf buggy across the airport runway for the short distance between the two. And Leo took a private jet twice in May of that year to pick up an environmental award in New York before flying back to a glitzy gala in France. But it didn't stop the revenant star from laying into President Donald Trump over the environment. No, because hypocrites will always be hypocrites. Speaking at the Global Citizen Festival, DiCaprio also criticized the president's 2017 decision to pull out of the Paris Climate Accords. DiCaprio said Trump and other world leaders had gambled away the future of the planet by denying climate change. Oh, you mean the climate change you're helping to exponentially bring about by riding gas-guzzling vehicles, right? DiCaprio said, "It's become clear that our political leaders have failed to live up to promises that we celebrated that day. Our future is being gambled away, and our leaders, those whom we entrust to protect us and set the example, are either failing to stop these dangerous trends or, in some cases, denying the very science of this climate catastrophe." It's not the first time DiCaprio has spoken out against Trump. In 2017, he chastised him for, quote, ignoring facts and truths and modern science. Quote, "Unless you live in an alternate reality, there's no more time for denial," DiCaprio said. "A carbon neutral future is the only way we will inherit a planet capable of sustaining life on Earth as we know it." And here's Greta talking with, of course, climate lover Ellen DeGeneres. And I'm sure Ellen has an ant-sized carbon footprint compared to the rest of us peons. DiCaprio runs an environmental organization, Earth Science. He recently formed a $5 million fund to protect the Amazon rainforest from increasing fires. In his Oscar acceptance speech, he said, "Climate change is real. It's happening right now. It is the most urgent threat facing our entire species, and we need to work collectively together and stop procrastinating. We need to support leaders around the world who do not speak for the big polluters." You mean big polluters like you, Leo? But who speak for all of humanity, for the indigenous people of the world, for the billions and billions of underprivileged people out there who would be most affected by this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to hop on a gas-guzzling bus so we can make our way to the airport where I can hop a flight to France. Leo's Instagram update came just hours after Greta said speaking directly to Trump would be a waste of time while on the Ellen DeGeneres show. The TV host described Greta as real and raw during filming for her show in California on Friday. And of course, they will never confront Greta with hard, cold, scientific facts. They will always toss her softballs because they have an agenda. They have a narrative to push. They have people to control and money to make. And they enjoy looking down from their castles on all us peons and telling us what we have to do and the sacrifices we have to make and the money we have to give. Guys, please do me a favor and help me combat YouTube's censorship and suppression by sharing this video with everybody you know, everywhere you can on social media. It really helps out a lot. Also, leave your thoughts about this for the world and the Google Thought Police in the comments section below, and I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.